welcome to my channel, Ernie and Etta Travels. We're over here in Mora, New Mexico, and we've been traveling 3 different meals, but we only had a chance to take photos of 2 of them. Each mill was built in the 1800s, and yeah, it's really nice. Very windy out here. You can see the mill right here in the background. This one used to be an old cotton mill, and the other one used to be raspberry. But really nice out here. Beautiful country. Kind of a little chilly up here in Santa Fe, New Mexico, up here in Mora, New Mexico. But anyway, thanks for joining me. Safe travels. Bye. This building used to be an old mercantile store, and it's located next to La Cueva Mill. This is La Cueva Mill, which was built in the 1870s by Vincent Romero, and it is named La Cueva Mill because, according to legend, Vicente Romero slept in caves nearby while tending his sheep, thus the name La Cueva. And actually, La Cueva means caves in Spanish. Okay, now we're coming up to the Solomon Ranch, and it was a raspberry farm, and it's owned by David Solomon and his family. David Solomon later died in 2010, so his wife and his family now run this raspberry farm. It's a beautiful farm. Wait till you see a picture of the little plantation house. Beautiful house. And it is also said, which I found very interesting when I looked up information on this farm, that there were several feature films that were made here, like the remake of True Grit starring Jeff Bridges, and also The Magnificent Seven. It was also a remake, and they use this property, and there's even several films in the works that's going to be using this property again in the future. But they also allow every year they have or at least they used to before the pandemic. They used to have arts and crafts. And they used to let people go and pick raspberries with a charge, of course. And you know what I found most interesting? They owned a little cafe that was on the side of the house over here off the road. And it was called La Cueva Cafe. And it was running up until the point where the pandemic started back last year in March. And when the pandemic started, they were forced to close the little cafe. So it's sad. Ernie and I came up here to visit these mills. And, we wanted to try this cafe because they had a lot of delicious food and a lot of different types of raspberry treats. But the little cafe's closed. So, as you see Ernie walking right now, I'm behind him. And we're walking down around the side of the house. And you're going to notice that towards the end, when you look to your right, you're going to see a big house. To me, it looks like a plantation. It's a beautiful house that was built back in the 1800s. And it's still owned by the Solomon family. And they still run the raspberry farm. So yeah, just, enjoy the rest of the film. And like and subscribe so you can continue seeing more of our travel channel. Okay? Enjoy. Bye. Okay, now this second mill, it's called the Cleveland Roller Mill, and it's located in a flour mill built at the end of the turn of the century. And it was operated until the early 1940s, which I found very interesting. It's also a museum, and it is located 35 miles north of Las Vegas in New Mexico. Okay, this was also part of mine and Ernie's travels. We went to this awesome museum that had these displays. I thought me and Thea would really enjoy these. I did. They were so cute. Well, we're back in Santa Fe and we're just walking around Canyon Road looking at various different museums and stores. So that's what you're about to watch here. Okay, well, enjoy. Bye. Okay, now this we found interesting. This an artist did, and it's with aliens and transformers. They're big, and it's really good, nice piece of artwork. Coming up, this is Las Trampas. This is a village of Las Trampas. This was established as a Spanish-American community in 1751. Now the church is called also the Church of Jose de la Garcia. And it was built between 1760 and 1776. And it is considered one of the best preserved examples of a Spanish colonial architecture in New Mexico. And you know what I found interesting is that they still hold, this little village still holds mass here. That's very interesting. And there's also a cemetery nearby, right next to it. And the name of the cemetery is called Jose de la Garcia Cemetery. And the cemetery goes back as far as 1800s. So interesting. Okay, enjoy the rest of the video. There's a couple of graves over here. Last time I was here, I never noticed it. Let me see inside the church. This old grave. It's a graveyard. Look at this. 1887. You see that? That's a new one, 1902. He was born 1902. Wow, look at these old graves. This one was 1866. Let me see this one. This one is, I don't know how to remember. This one, wow. This one says, can't even read it anymore. 1942. Beautiful church. See it? Very old, 1760. Wow, imagine. Now this picture coming up with a cross, this photograph, Ernie actually did a painting on this. Very nice. It came out really, really nice. This is another little old church we came across. I thought it was very nice. We don't really know too much about it. They just said that it was a historic church, so we just stopped by to take pictures. I thought it was a beautiful little church. And this church is located in Albuquerque. This is another nice Catholic church. This church is located in Santa Fe. It's very old. And this is where Ernie and I stayed, Cottonwood Court. It was really nice. Well, this is the end of it. Bye.